Dikshit, Tanvi Dikshit. Hi guys, I'm Tanvi Dikshit. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm back in Pune as usual, exploring the food and beverage scene here. And from what I hear, the newest addition and the next big thing on Pune's food and beverage scene is this whole crop of specialty cafes. Every time I come back to Pune, there's at least 2 or 3 new cafes serving specialty coffees that have opened up. So today, I'm going to be hopping from one specialty cafe to another and of course taking you guys along with me. But before we get into the video, I want to give a huge shout out to Organic because all the outfits that I'm wearing in today's video, like this one, I've bought them from Organic. And if you also want to make some stylish additions to your wardrobe, you can use my code TANDC23 to get some fabulous discounts. My first stop for today's cafe crawl is right here at Aeka Coffee. Now, Aeka is a fairly recent cafe on the Pune scene. They've just opened up in, I think, April. Aeka is actually trying to offer you great specialty coffees at super affordable prices. So for today's cafe crawl, I have decided that at every cafe, I'm going to order one of their specialty brewed black coffees and one of their signature creations. So यहाँ पे at Aeka Coffee, I have ordered their pineapple fermented cold brew. This is very unlike me because I will usually avoid ordering any citrusy notes in my coffees. But this sounded really unique, so I wanted to try it out. And the other one which their barista has recommended is their spiced Vietnamese hot coffee. And I love Vietnamese coffee in general, so I think this is going to be pretty good. Starting with the pineapple fermented cold brew. Oh, actually it's, wow, this is quite refreshing actually. It's not how I thought it would be. It is, yes, it is acidic and yes, it is a little citrusy, a little sour, but it's not like bad on your palate at all. Like it's a beverage I could actually drink, like a perfect beverage for a summer, hot summer afternoon. So next up, I'm starting with the spiced Vietnamese coffee. But before I taste it, there's a fun fact, which even I learned right now. If you're drinking any espresso-based latte art sort of a beverage, so the latte art that is made on top actually is so that the crema of the espresso comes to the top and then you can actually get that flavor and the crema remains till you reach the bottom of the cup. So while you drink it, you should never break apart the crema. So ideally don't stir it with a spoon or don't break it, but try to sip your coffee without breaking the crema apart. Okay, let's taste. What I love about this is that even though it's Vietnamese coffees can get a bit too sweet for me because of the high amount of condensed milk. But in this, the proportion of condensed milk is quite less. So the sweetness is actually perfectly balanced, and he's also added some spices to it. I can taste a ground black pepper. And that's really adding this nice hit of spice to the coffee. There's actually a very nice distinction of flavors. So while I'm sipping the coffee, I can actually feel the hit of the black pepper in my throat. And then after I've taken the sip, there's like this lingering bitterness of the coffee in my palate, which is really nice. Dubai's premium coffee brand One World Coffee Studio has recently opened up in Pune, and I've heard that they make some super fancy craft coffees, so I'm super excited to go ahead and try them out. Okay, my first drink at One World has arrived, and this is one of their specialty creations. This is a Spanish coffee. So she told me that as you can see, the coffee has all these layers. Okay, the bottommost layer is condensed milk, and on top of that you have mocha, like a chocolate flavored layer. Then there is a latte on top, and then there's an espresso shot on top, and it is layered with steamed milk. The other thing that I told you previously, that you can't, you should not disturb the latte art or the crema basically, it does not apply here, because the server actually told me that you're supposed to mix all of these layers so that you get like a nice balance of all the flavors in it. Okay, I would say the coffee is okay, it's not that great, like it just tastes like a slightly fancier version of a cafe mocha that you would get at most of your cafes. Honestly, a little underwhelmed, because the prices at which these drinks are sold, I expect a little better. Next up, I'm trying out their whiskey barrel fermented Colombian beans coffee. Now, this has been brewed using the French press method. We were kind of recommending AeroPress, but they suggested that no, this will taste the best if you brew it with the French press. Let's see. Oh nice, this is good. I'm actually getting a lot of whiskey. Oh, this is nice. A lot of whiskey, and then there's like a sweetness to it. This is good coffee. My next stop for today's specialty cafes crawl is right here at Godaam Specialty Coffee Company. Now, what sets Godaam apart from most other specialty cafes is that they actually aim to explore India-grown specialty coffee beans. So come, let's taste some. So I'm super pumped for the next beverage. The beverage that I'm trying out now is a coconut water espresso. I've tried this out before once and absolutely loved it. So I had to get it today because it's a hot summer evening and I needed something which is going to be like cooling and refreshing. So this drink is essentially fresh tender coconut water which is poured on ice and layered with a shot of their house blend espresso. This gives you that like a very tropical, beachy kind of a feel, you know, and something I realized while drinking this, you're dehydrating and hydrating your body at the same time, so not a bad deal at all. Unlike a lot of other specialty coffee cafes, Godaam actually has a pretty good food menu as well. So I've actually ordered for a bunch of things. This is very unique actually. This is a croissant cube, okay? So I've ordered for a jalapeno cheese croissant cube, and I've also ordered for a pesto scrambled toasty and a soba noodle bowl. Those two are yet to come, but I'm super hungry, can't wait, so I'm digging into this one. The next I'm trying out their soba noodle bowl. Now this is more of like a salad bowl. The noodles are also, I don't think they are made out of refined flour. I think there's some kind of healthy millet flour or something. And it has lots of veggies. So I think this is like a healthier option to eat. Let's see how it tastes. I'm honestly impressed with the food here. I have put so much thought in designing their food menu as well. Oh, the beetroot hummus and falafel toasty also looks so good, so good. It's so much fun to just watch the brewing process of the siphon brew, because like back in college I've studied, we always used to use distilled water and all of that. We used to have this big distillation apparatus, so actually seeing it being used to brew coffee is actually pretty crazy and also satisfying. So next up I'm trying out a siphon brew. To make this coffee they've actually used these beans called Sly Fox by a newly launched brand called Brave Coffee. I think this is the only cafe in Pune who is actually brewing coffees using their beans, and so there's two types of post-harvest coffee bean processing. They're either washed or they're naturally dried. So these ones here are slow dried naturally. So you actually get a lot of fruity notes, like the notes that they've described here are strawberry preserve, apricot, and then there's dark chocolate as well. Yeah, so the thing is the coffee is really full-bodied, but You can also get the acidity, and like it's the nice acidity. Totally my kind of coffee. So my next stop is right here at 7 to 9 Grams Specialty Coffee and Bake House. They have just recently opened up. Their aim is to bring international coffees to Pune residents at super affordable prices. I've actually heard really great things about them, so I'm super excited to try out this one also. How cute is this outfit from Organic? Totally crushing on this. Guys, just look at the place. How cute is the place? I adore how they've done the interiors. There are no usual tables and chairs. I love this katta sort of a thing that they've made around this tree. I'm just loving the whole vibe of the cafe, first of all. And I have ordered for a hot pour over, which is the Shao pour over made with Hario switch method. And then I've also ordered one of their specialty creations, which is their ash coffee, which is like a latte sort of a beverage, but which is dusted with coconut ash. It's actually very interesting. It is black, like a grayish black color. And also they recommended that I try out their Vietnamese loaf cake. So this is like a small slice of loaf cake, and it's been served with a shot of Vietnamese coffee on the side. Okay, I am starting off with the ash coffee because it looks super interesting. Okay, that's really unique. I've never. So it's like your regular, like a latte cappuccino sort of a creation, but there is this actual ashy flavor to it, which is not bad. This kind of tastes like one of those charcoal flavored drinks that you get, you know, those charcoal milkshakes or charcoal coffees. It's kind of like that, but a little like coconutty. Actually, no, it's not very coconutty. It's just ashy. Interesting if you want to try something which is a little offbeat. Also, this is a medium roast. It's a nice kind of acidity. There's hardly any bitterness, and I'm getting a lot of berry notes, like similar to strawberry or mulberry. So when you're brewing pour-overs, you have different kinds of apparatus, right? So the Hario switch is actually a slightly different kind of method of brewing your pour-over because it combines immersion as well as gravity. So the apparatus with which you actually brew it, it has a switch. So in the initial phase of brewing, your coffee is actually immersed in the water, which is kind of similar to your French press method. And then after that, once you open the switch, it drips down like your usual pour-over with the help of gravity. It's a little too sweet for my liking, honestly. It's nice. I love the texture of the cake. It's like one of those denser cakes which you have, and there's like a nice caramelized ridge on the outer layer of the slice. I'm gonna mix this espresso shot and pour it on top. I think it's gonna balance out the sweetness. Oh yes, that's what was missing. You need to pour the Vietnamese coffee on top of the cake because it's totally cutting down the inherent sweetness, and it's also like soaking up all of the coffee. It's making it very like melt in the mouth, very desserty. Oh, this is a good dessert. This is a good dessert for sure. Yeah, totally changed my opinion. Complete flip. Perfect amount of sweetness now after pouring the coffee. As you can see, I have now arrived at Madan. I think this is one of the more popular specialty cafes in Pune. The name Madan actually means white peony in Mandarin, and the entire cafe is actually done in this beautiful white color, very calming, like Zen sort of decor to actually go with the name. And what sets them apart from the other cafes is that they brew both specialty coffees as well as specialty teas. Okay, so my order has arrived here at Madan. Now I am trying out two of their drinks. One is I've ordered one of their international single origin coffees. These beans are from Guatemala, and the coffee has been made in a pour over style using origami apparatus. And then the second drink is what they recommended. This is an oat milk matcha boba tea. Okay, I love boba teas, I love matcha, and I love oat milk. I don't think there's anything in this drink that I can possibly dislike. Also, look how pretty it looks. It's like separated out into these 3 layers, and I love the look of it. Wow. This is one of the really good matchas I've had here in Pune. Matcha flavor is totally on point. The drink is not sweetened, so the only sweetness that's coming is from the bubbles. The boba is also perfectly chewy, perfectly sweet. I'm really enjoying this drink, guys. Please try karo if you're coming here in anytime during summers. For sure, try this out. So next up, I'm trying out the pour over. This is like a little spicy, thoda sa dark chocolatey, nutmeggy, ऐसे spicy undertones. And so after I've had, after I've swallowed my sip, right? There's a feeling on my tongue. You know this feeling you get after you have amla or Indian gooseberry. There's this feeling on your tongue that you're left with. You know what I'm talking about. So this gives you that sort of a feel on your palate. So fun fact about these beans that they've used. This coffee is actually honey processed. Now what exactly do you mean by honey processing? So right before the natural drying process, they actually peel the skin of the fruit. This removes a lot of acidity from the fruit, and it leaves behind a kind of sweetness. So these were some cafes serving really good specialty coffees in Pune. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Leave a comment, let me know if I've missed out on anything, or if you have any recommendations. Also let me know what's your favorite brewing method and your favorite craft coffee. Before I go, again a shout out to Urbanic. Don't forget to use my discount coupon code TANDC23. And happy shopping. I will be back with more such videos. Until then, please don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Bye.